Hey guys, it's me, and I have the Everbee screen up. Let me know if you're here. Say hi. A couple minutes early, but I figured I'd get in and make sure everything is working. Do we have audio today? Hi, Rebecca. Hi, Patricia. Can you hear me today? Awesome. Awesome. And it's loud enough? My kids have been complaining that um, I wasn't with, you know, the current way things are. And I use a microphone on my desk, so they have been insisting I needed a wireless headset for our Discord chats that we have going a lot of days. So I finally broke down and got a headset, so I'm using that today, and I want to make sure that it is working as it should. Hi, Lori. So yeah, I just thought, every week we do Insight Factory, and I've been noticing a lot of times we're getting a lot of the same uh design styles, a lot of the same stuff coming up. I got this one in this morning, and then yesterday, uh while we were in one of our Discord chats, I was browsing Amazon, and my oldest son was like, "Oh, you should, that's probably not gonna be very good." So we were scrolling. So I have another one that is actually coming later this afternoon that I hope I like more. This one works great, but the problem is the earpiece is kind of small, so where it presses is like right over my glasses, so it's really uncomfortable. The other pair I ordered has a much bigger earpiece. So I'm hoping it won't put as much pressure on my glasses, because if I don't wear my glasses, we're not doing anything because I can't see my screen at all. So we'll see how it goes. But yeah, I just noticed, we're looking at Insight Factor every week, and it's good to look at it. But I've also been noticing that, trends aren't changing from week to week for the most part. So we might as well take advantage of, maybe we'll cut Insight Factory to once a month, and then the other 3 weeks we'll focus on different apps and platforms each time. Yeah, and that's what I'm running into with this pair that I have on right now. It presses on my ear against my glasses, and it's bothersome. So the other pair I ordered has a much bigger uh, cushiony earpiece. And I also wanted one that only covers one ear, because, there's a lot of times when I have grandkids running around, and I can't just be sitting here with my headphones on and, uh, not being able to hear what those little heathens are up to. Yeah. So we'll see. We'll see how the next pair works out that's coming later. Like I said, this pair works great, but it just is a little too snug. So, my daughter-in-law, my one daughter-in-law, my oldest son's wife, she just sent me a picture the other night. Hers has cat ears on them. They are super cute. I love those. Yeah, they are adorable. And they change colors. The lights in the cat ears change colors, so she can make it all kinds of colors. So, alrighty. I say let's get started. I have Everbee up on the screen. I don't know how many of you already use Everbee, um, or are just thinking about it. But the first thing I'm going to do is just show you what all is in here, and then we will jump over to Etsy. And yeah, they change colors. It's super cool. So I'll show you what all's in here, and then we will jump over to Etsy and look at using it a little bit. So when you log in, you have your menu over here on the left, and the first thing is you have your shop. You can look at your listings, you can look at your reviews, how many reviews, your about section. You can't edit any of that stuff from here. It's just pretty much informational purposes. And you don't really get a whole lot more stats in here than you do in Etsy. So I don't even look at this, honestly. It's just there. Next is product analytics, where you can search for uh, different products and see what kind of uh, trends, what kind of sales they're getting. So let's say in here we want to look for spring PNG designs, and we can search that, and we're going to see on different shops um, what products that they have that meet that spring PNG designs keyword that we put in here, and the kind of revenue, how much monthly revenue they're pulling in for it, how many sales. And you can also sort this by listing age. So if you wanted to look for newer listings that are making money, you can sort it to the newest listing and scroll until you find ones that have good monthly revenue and uh, sales. Or you can sort it by monthly revenue, and then you can look over here and see, like this one here, purple flowers, Highland cow, the mug wrap that is making about $360 a month in revenue, and it's only 2 months old. So that is a pretty good product. That's a good design. You can take a look at that. Um, you can view it right over on Etsy. It'll open it right up for you. And you could take a look at it and, maybe design something similar, in that kind of style, that is really cute with the Highland cow like that in a cartoon form. That's adorable. But you can do that here. In Everbee, you can, look for, uh, trending listings. Here's another one. This is from the same shop. So these kind of cartoon PNG designs are looking pretty good. That's a bestseller. So that's really adorable. So that's a nice way to use Everbee. Just come in here and search for your designs. And like I said, you just scroll through and look for ones that, are low listing age, but are generating a decent amount of monthly revenue. And you can go from there to try and find products to make designs. And then we have the tag analytics that from this search from the spring PNG designs, if you go over here to the tag analytics, it's going to show you, excuse me, it's spring. So allergies are starting to get to me. But now you'll see the different tags that are being used for the spring PNG used along with a product, the spring PNG designs products. So you can come in here and take a look at the keywords that are being used, and you can sort them by competition, by search volume, and even what Everbee calls their keyword score. which is search volume to competition ratio. So down, you can just scroll down through here and find different tags that you may want to use in your listings. And you can copy when you find keywords you like, you can go over here and you can copy them to your clipboard. You can view this keyword in Google Trends, and you can also view it in Etsy. So if we click on that, what was that? Flora design element, that will search Etsy for that tag and, bring up listings that use that tag. So there's a lot of different ways to use Everbee. I know a lot of us tend to use it just to look at monthly sales data on Etsy, but there's a lot of different ways you can use it. So that's the product analytics. Then you can go to Shop Analyzer. And let's say you're over here on Etsy and there is let's search for our spring PNG design. And you're looking down through here and you're seeing some designs that you like, and you're seeing, a shop that has a lot of reviews, which means they're probably an older and established shop, and they're probably doing pretty well. So you may want to, let's go in here and look at this one. You may want to just check out this shop. You may want to analyze it. So you can copy a shop's name and come in here and paste it right in here in Everbee, and it will bring that shop up so you can see what kind of revenue that shop has made, how long they've been on Etsy. You can see their listings, and again, you can determine by this, which are their best sellers, which ones are bringing in the most revenue. You can look at their tags that they use throughout their shop. And again, you can sort this by competition. So you may be able to find some really good tags in here. Just, this is, and I just grabbed that shop willy nilly, but it is obviously a shop that's doing extremely well. They've only been on since December of 22, and they have generated over 135,000 in revenue. So this is a very popular shop. So this would be a great shop to take a look at their tags and the different products they're listing. So you can, let's get in here. There we are. Look at the different products they have and, uh, see what kind of styles they're putting out and things like that. So it is great for research. Uh, Everbee, there's just so many different things you can research with Everbee that I love it. And then keyword research, obviously, we can do the spring. Let's just do spring PNG. And again, we can sort this by competition, lowest to highest. And then we want to just scroll down through and start looking for uh, keywords that have a decent amount of volume of search and competition, or low competition, higher search. And once you start seeing those, spring flowered truck PNG, it's showing 11 search volume. It doesn't show a lot of search volume, but there's also not a lot of competition for that keyword. So it might not be a bad one to use, but you can come through here and just like an E rank, you can, but we can filter. We can exclude the volume. We can say minimum 0, max. Wait, how do we want to do this? We want to exclude keywords with 0, and it will bring that up. Or we might want to exclude anything under, let's say, 50. And now it's going to give us only keywords that have more than 50 searches a month, which is really nice. Um, that way you're not wasting your time scrolling for the the keywords that have some search volume. Like here we go, the spring letter PNG. It's got about 65 a month, but it only has 600 competition, so it has a really good keyword score. And you can keep an eye on those too. That's another way to determine good tags and keywords. Sort it by the keyword score, highest to lowest, and we've already eliminated anything with a search volume of less than 50. And we can also come here now and eliminate anything with a competition level of, say, more than 10,000. Okay. So that helps you really narrow things down a lot. Uh, I don't believe eRank can do that. I'm not 100% sure. I don't usually use it that way. But here, Springful PNG has a search volume of 440 and only one competition. That is a crazy good tag. So if you are creating spring themed PNG designs right now, keep that one in mind. Springful PNG. And you just tick it and it will copy to your keyboard or your clipboard. And you can come through here and find key frames, keywords and phrases that would suit your listings. And this is also a good way to find different, let's just search for general PNG. You can also use this to find good products. Here we go, mental health PNG. Now this is spelled wrong if you see that, but there are 491 searches for this misspelling. So if you were making mental health related PNGs, I would absolutely put this misspelling in my tags so it comes up when people search for it. Springful PNG again. Uh, Planner sticker PNG. Again, this one is spelled wrong. Put it in there. Here's another one. Wed invite, and that is spelled wrong. So take a look at these, and you know, not all of them are uh, words that you would think of. Like some of these are just complete misspellings, but they are common typos and things like that that are getting searched for a lot with next to no competition. So these are really good, but you can scroll down through here and look. Here's scary movies. So you could make like horror related. Um, 4th of July shirt PNG. Again, this is just a typo where, they're missing their spaces, but it's got 157 searches. Anyway, though, we're not keyword hunting today. We are really just looking at the abilities that Everbee has. So you have your keyword research that is really great. I love the filtering ability in here so you're not wasting your time, scrolling. You can also sort by, you can filter by keyword score. I don't want anything less than a 70 keyword score. So now it is bringing all of this up for me. It's drilled down. So I know I'm only getting, these are just crazy, all these misspellings and stuff that have a ton of searches, but very little competition, just because they are typos and stuff. So at any rate, you can use this for great keyword research. Then we have the Etsy calculator. And you can use this to determine how much uh, money you are making off of a product. So let's say you have a PNG design that you're selling for 375. Your shipping price is 0. Um, and let's say you run daily sales, but your sales run anywhere from, I know, isn't it crazy how many misspellings are in there? You could spend a whole day just going through there and picking out some common misspellings or typos and slap a few of them in your tags. And it's just insane how many people make the same typo or the same misspelling. But in here, if you put your list price, and let's say you run daily sales that range anywhere from 25 to, let's say, 50%. What I like to do is I like to put my highest discount I ever run in here. So I only ever run max of 50%. The cost of the item is really, I usually apply a cost of, there's 0 here, really. Shipping cost for order is 0. Advertising, that's up to you. If you do none, if you use Etsy ads, um, it will tell you, you can add how much your Etsy ads are costing. Your offsite ads are 12%. And obviously the payment methods, which is Etsy payments. I usually mark this as offsite ads because once you hit a certain sales figure, sublimination, I know. It's so funny. I always turn this on because once you hit a certain sales threshold, you can't opt out of offsite ads. Secondly, I like to put that on there um, just as a kind of way of saying that's my labor costs, I guess. About 12% is my labor costs or something. And then you just hit calculate. And it's telling us that, we are making no money on this. This is not right. Advanced. Because we put everything in here. Oh, okay. Ugh, that's why it was telling us we were in the hole because I had dollar discount instead of percentage. Okay. So you put in your sale price, and it's telling us that at the end of the day, we are making $1.88 in revenue from each listing that we have up, that we have paid 12% for our ads, and we have run at a 50% discount. So this is the least amount I will ever make on a $3.75 product. Now, most days I'm going to make more than that because I don't run 50% sales every day of the week. But I like to put it in here at 50% so I know that the $1.88 is the least amount of money I'm going to make on that listing at that price. If I'm selling something for 225, that's going to change things. Now I'm only going to make $1.13. And again, if you have something that's selling for 450, your revenue is two and a quarter from that. So it's just a nice way to always make sure I don't want to make less than $1 per listing. If I'm not getting at least $1 back from it after fees, it's not even worth it to me to put up, I don't think. So I like to keep track of it like this. I always make sure that no matter what I'm selling at, I am going to make at least $1. So the cheapest I can list an item is $2 when I'm running a 50% off sale and still make a buck. But like I said, I rarely run 50% sales. I might run 40 once every couple weeks. Typically, my sales average between 20 and 35% various days of the week. So, this is just a nice little way to calculate how much you are going to make off of your products after fees and everything. Okay. And then favorites, you can uh, favorite different products in here, things like that. Um, you can add different folders to keep track. You can make a folder that's PNGs. You can make a folder for like SVGs. You can make a folder for Tumblr wraps. And you could just save different products that you've looked at on Etsy as favorites so you can come back and refer to them later. And then finally on this list is learn. And this is just some Everbee video tutorials. Okay. And then you have your options, your account, courses, plan. The plans here are free. You don't get a whole lot in the free. Um, the growth is probably the one I would recommend. It is $29.99 if you pay by the month. It is $19.99 if you pay by the year. So it's a big savings. Um, and then there is a Facebook community for Everbee and a YouTube channel and your support tab and feature requests. So that's your research section pretty much. And then they also have, let me close out here. They also have Everbee email where you can have an email list and run it right through Everbee. It's a pretty basic system, but you have your dashboard here that will show you your campaigns, your subscriber count, your emails that you may have sent. You have different, down here, it will show recent campaigns. You can add lists, subscriber list. You can, let's say, add a new one and then add subscribers to it. And you can name it. Let's say we want to name this one uh, Tumblr wrap customers. You could do that. Um, or it won't let me add it because I'm not adding any subscribers to the list right now, but that's how you would do it. And then here you have like your email stats. If you had used this to send any, you can set up automations in here where these will send out at a prescribed time. This welcome campaign, um, it will send out for you, and you can pause it and uh, decide when it should go, and how many days after the last one and things like that. Hi, Sabrina. And then you have workflows as well, which workflows are, they send targeted emails to customers or subscribers after they do specific things. So let's say you have a subscriber who purchased a particular product from your shop and you had a workflow set up to send an email when that particular product was purchased. You can set it up to do all that in here. And you can have landing pages. You can create email sign up forms. Uh, you can customize your shop announcement and things like that right from Everbee, your message to buyers. Um, and you can create product images in here. Okay. So that have a QR code that links to your landing page. So, like if we wanted to, let's just pick this, you need a paid plan for that. And I do not have a paid Everbee email plan. Your landing pages, again, on the free plan, you only have one. If you upgrade and Etsy or Everbee email is separate from Everbee Research. So just because you upgrade Everbee Research doesn't mean you are automatically upgraded in Everbee Email. All right, these are two different subscriptions. Here is your plans for the Everbee Email. You can have on the free one, you can have up to 250 subscribers and send up to 3,000 emails a month. And you get one landing page and you get email analytics, and that is it. But if you are just starting out and um, if you are already paying for Everbee, but like I said, you could use this if I prefer System.io because I know that is something that will grow with you. But this is also an option if you just wanted to dip your toes into email marketing. You could also, start here and then move later to a bigger and better, more versatile email marketing platform. But here is what your landing page, your basic landing page would look like. You just enter your name, your email, and your people would subscribe to your list. So you do have that. And here is where you would see all the subscribers in your email list and the tags that you may have used to, I don't know if I can, let's say, Tumblr buyers. Let's save that. I'm not sure if I can even. Okay, I can. You could sort your list by tags. Um, People who have purchased Tumblr wraps would go into this section. You could have another tag that said clip art, and you could, separate and sort your email list, your subscribers, into different segments in your mailing list by tags. And you can also have groups, and you can have more than one mailing list as well. Again, if you're going to do that, you would have to upgrade um, because it's pointless to have more than one list if you only have one landing page. All right. And then you have your settings here. Um, you can have an email header and a footer or email notifications. Now, this is showing that my reply email address would be a Gmail, but I am not 100% sure. I am going to assume that Everbee uses their own uh, domain to send your emails because most email providers, most mailing list providers do not allow you to send from a free email account anymore due to spam complaints. So I'm going to assume on the free one that when your emails go out to your customers, they're going to come from Everbee and not from like hello at yourdomain.com or even from your Gmail. This is just the reply email that if they wanted to reply to a newsletter, this is where it would come. So, I mean, this is an option if you don't want to register a domain yet either. It does have more features than I expected, even for a free system. So, that would be up to you. You know, it's just another option that I wanted to show you, another feature that Everbee has. Okay. All right. So let's go back over here to Etsy research because we have gone over uh, the email portion of it now too. And we've gone through our menu items over here on the left. And I'm just going to click down here at the bottom, access Chrome extension, and it's going to open Etsy for me. And in here, I am going to search for summer PNG designs. Okay, and we're just going to see what comes up. And I am going to go in here to a filter, and I'm going to scroll down, and I am going to tell it I want, where is it? It's in here somewhere. Digital downloads. And I want it to be from a star seller. Okay. But now up here in the top, instead of star, I'm going to replace that up there in my browser bar. Do you see that where I have star highlighted? I'm going to replace that with best. And now we're going to get all best sellers for summer PNGs. Okay. So now that we're in here, we should be seeing like this little guy right here, these gnome PNGs. Let's click on that. And we are going to use our Everbee bar in here now. Okay. And we can now click right here and open listing details. And it's going to give us all the details here, the monthly revenue. And if we scroll down to the bottom, it's going to show us all the tags that are being used in this listing. And we can sort them by keyword score, by competition. If you're doing JPEGs, you would search for summer JPEG designs. Absolutely. Summer JPG, JPEG. All right, let's look at that. Summer JPEG designs. And yeah, you could just, it would work just the same. You're just searching for JPEGs instead of PNGs. Okay. And but we brought this up, this gnome, and like I said, we can search right over here. It'll bring up all the details. We can search by keyword score. We can search by competition. We can search by search volume. And as you scroll down farther, it gives you more information about the listing itself. Um, is it, it's a download? When was it made? So how long has it been up? uh, how many characters are in the title, how many tags did they use. So you get a lot of information about the listings from Everbee. It has a good visibility score. They're getting over 12% review ratio on that, which is good. 4.65 conversion rate, which is good. And you can even look at the shop details as well. So, and like I said, we can analyze the shop if you wanted to. This is another one that's doing fantastic. January 2023 with a revenue of over $488,000 so far. That's just absolutely mind boggling. Okay. So, this would be a shop you might want to take a look at and, see what kind of products they are selling and create things in similar styles that might interest you as well. All right. So let's go back over here and let's grab another. Let's look again. Well, let's come back up here at the top and go into our filters. And we are going to digital downloads again. And we want star seller. So we can, again, go up here to the top and replace star with best. So we can have a look at what we have going on. And this time it's just summer JPEGs instead of summer PNGs. Although this is really inaccurate, a lot of these are PNGs because JPEGs do not have transparent backgrounds, they have a white background. So keep that in mind, Robin. If you're doing JPEGs, they will absolutely have a white background. They do not, you can't make a JPEG with a transparent background. So I mean, for the most part, for a lot of people, it won't matter if they're using it for sublimation because sublimation doesn't print white anyway. But if they want to use it for clip art, it does matter because typically they want their clip art to be transparent. All right, like this image here. Let's say somebody was making a brushstroke pattern like this, a brushstroke design, and they put their blank brushstrokes in and then just wanted to pop clip art into each one of these. If they were JPEGs, they would have white backgrounds and they would have to remove them before they put them on top of their brushstroke. So, uh, unless you're doing like digital, are you doing digital papers? That's yeah, Robin, you do digital papers and junk journals. Yeah. So yeah, you're fine with the JPEG. I forgot there for a second. That's right. I remember you do junk journals and digital paper backgrounds. Those are typically done in JPEG. Um, but any other people who are listening, you do want to always try to have transparent backgrounds because if people want to use it for clip art, they don't want to have to go through the headache of removing the background themselves. Okay. But that one was, I like that one. And then we can scroll down here and look some more. Um, see which ones have sales. This one's Feral Girl Summer. That's an ad, though. I don't want to click on that. Um, Sunshine State of Mind. This is cute with the flower pattern. It's a bestseller. And again, we can look at Everbee's information. You can just click on the little bee and it will bring it up here. And you get your shop details. And again, if we scroll down, we can look at the tags that are being used in the listing and try to find, good tags that we could possibly use for our own listings that will get um, traction and might help us rank better. Yeah, I forgot, Robin. I'm sorry. When I went on that spiel about having transparent backgrounds, I forgot that you do um, junk journals and digital paper backgrounds. Yeah. So you don't care at all about transparency. You don't need it in the images you do, the designs you do. Popular summer PNG. That's interesting. I would have never thought to use something like that, but that has a decent amount of search and low competition. So Everbee I complain about them sometimes that their total sales don't always coincide with uh, some of the other platforms out there, but it still has a lot of usage, for different things. I love its keyword research. I love, the search volume, the competition, the keyword score. I like all of that. I like that we can analyze a listing and look at the tags and see which tags are, working the best or which ones um, have good sales or good search volume and lower competition. Like this one here, River PNG, I wouldn't use that because it has, zero search volume. And but these others, even up to 21,000 here in the yellow, that's still not bad competition. Uh, the keyword score is a little bit lower because of the amount of competition, but it's still really not that bad. Retro Summer PNG, that's pretty good. But, it does have a lot of great uses. For its faults, it still has a lot of good uses. And here we can, up at the top where it says listing details, we can click the star and that will add it. Let's go back over here now into our Everbee dashboard. And now that product that we looked at, I just clicked the little star up here in the upper right and it saved it to my favorites in Everbee. How come they show 1 month old listings as bestsellers? Because they have sold a lot in their first month of listing. And that's where I say Everbee drives me crazy sometimes because it might tell you that there's 5 total sales, but it's an average, and they seem to be because they're selling a lot right away. That's why. If it sells a bunch within the first couple weeks of being listed, it will be a bestseller, even if it is only a month old. Um, so that's why we look for. Let's come up here, and here's another way to look at these. We can come back in here to our filters, and we already have bestseller, digital downloads, and we can also. Where am I looking? Okay, not there. Oh, most relevant uh, top reviews. Because this usually means if they're getting a lot of reviews, then they're selling a lot too. So even though they might be new, they have sold quite a bit already. And if they put it up a week ago, if they put it up a week ago and already made 5 sales, that's considered pretty much a bestseller. And there is no listing age under 1 month. So as soon as you list something, even if you listed it 5 minutes ago, if you came and found it in Everbee or Insight Factory or eRank, any of them, it's going to tell you that it's a 1 month old listing because that's the lowest it will sort. So it may not be a month old. It may only be 2 days old and it already sold 5. So that's definitely a bestseller. And it does take a little while, like this one here. It's had 20 views in the last 24 hours, but it says here total sales, but it also says bestseller. And that's just because it takes a while for the data to catch up in Everbee. And that is, like I said, the one thing that drives me absolutely bonkers is that it takes a little while for this to catch up. It's oftentimes behind. If I looked this up on Insight Factory, it would probably tell me that it had sales today, and Everbee's telling me, it hasn't had any, but yet it's a bestseller. So we know that Everbee's a little bit behind in things like that. So I usually just pretty much ignore that part of Everbee. And if Etsy's telling me it's a bestseller, I know it's selling. So I'll come in here and look at the keywords and see what's what in there. All right. So is there anything I missed in Everbee? Is there something that you wanted to know how it works that I didn't go over? I know, way too long to catch up, isn't it? It makes me absolutely insane. But like I said, the other data is telling me that this is a good seller. The fact that it had 20 views in the last 24 hours, the bestseller tag, that's telling me that it is absolutely selling, and Everbee is just behind on updating the monthly sales and the total sales. Right. So when I have other data that is confirming things, I just ignore that part. But anyway, is there anything that you guys wanted me to go over that I did not go over? Let me know and we will take a look at something else or something I missed or something you want me to go over again that you didn't quite understand. Just let me know. I do like how if we see a design here that we can add it to our favorites. Now this one's nice too. Look at that. That is adorable. And again, this says it's 2 months old, zero sales. It's in 12 carts. So that's a good sign for a listing too. And we can scroll down and take a look at the keywords for this. And we can favorite it. So we might want to check back on it a little. Yes, I love that you can look and see, how many sales per listing. Um, I do like this, that we can add things to our favorites so we can come back and follow up on that. Now, see this one here. This was at Sunshine State of Mind. Yeah. Um, but that one's old. Okay. That wasn't the product I was thinking of. But I do like that we can come in here and, look at different products. We can look at different shops and things like that. Look at the reviews. Yeah, see what's being said in uh, undercut prints. What's this? This just happened to come up here. Oh, that's completely inactive. Okay. But yeah, there really are a lot of great features about uh, Everbee. There's just some little ones that make me crazy. Make me crazy. Uh, this one here is showing zero sales. But again, that's an embroidery design. Summer JPEG, top reviews. Let's go back to, let's do, let's do junk journal designs quick. And we will look at some of those. And again, it's going to work the same way, that you can digital star seller, and then you can replace the star at the top. They took away our bestseller button, but you can still get to it by that, by just replacing star with best at the top. And then we can look down through here and see what is selling according to Everbee. That's an ad. I don't like to click on people's ads. I know occasionally I probably do, not paying attention, and I apologize if I click on one of your ads because I don't mean to. Um, but we can look down through here. Here, this one, the Beach House Junk Journal. This is showing 20 sales. It has a listing age of 9 months, but it's still generating approximately 20 sales a month. Yeah, yeah, the whimsy is really rocking. Um, but this one, like I said, it's an older listing. However, it's still, generating an average of 20 sales a month. So that's a pretty good, monthly sale. We're looking here. There's a couple days it didn't sell any, but, it's selling about, last month it was selling pretty decent. And your keywords, you can search those. Now, this one is not, I'm surprised it's selling because this seller is not using good keywords at all. They're using one word keywords. So there's a lot. Yeah, that's crazy that they are actually making those sales on this product with the uh, keywords and phrases they're using. But we can look, and then we can look at the shop details. Let's see, they've been on for 34 months, and they have a total sales of over 24,000. And then you can analyze that shop if you want to. If it's, and they're doing good though, 2022, 230,000 in sales. So they're selling. Oh, they're doing a whole shop bundle. Okay. All right. That's yeah. All right. That explains it. They are blowing out their whole shop for $150. This is the Paper Bee Creative. I would, and then what's this one? Another whole shop access for $200. It looks like they do it for a year. Okay. But they're generating sales. So, and they're generating like, $2,000 a month, a little over $1,000 a month with their bundle. But then even their regular listings are, selling well. And that is really surprising. If they did better tag research, it's my porch print. Yes, I've seen them. They do drive a lot of traffic from YouTube. I don't like the whole shop bundles either. You are just giving away your work. But yes, I've seen it's my porch prints and they do. They drive a lot of traffic. And you think that it's hard to drive traffic from YouTube, but honestly, people, it's as simple as making a YouTube short and slap it up on Facebook Reels, Instagrams, or YouTube in the shorts, just, 30-second videos of even a slideshow of your designs, something like that. And you can drive traffic from uh, YouTube or Instagram or Facebook, things like that. You can do videos on Pinterest. So, there's another way. Oh yeah, yeah, if I did a whole shop bundle, I'd just be forever because I would never remember to um turn it off. Never. So I do, like I said, there are a lot of really great features in Everbee. Um it's up to you if you use it, or if you do use it, I hope you found some helpful information today because I think it does have a lot of great features. Like I said, it's a little annoying in some aspects, but I don't think there is a perfect platform out there. Etsy doesn't give out all of their search information, all of their shop information. They don't give all of that away. So any of these platforms like Everbee, eRank, Insight Factory, they're all working with limited data. They just try to put together in some way to help us along the way. None of it is going to be perfect because they all just take Etsy, what they give them, and then they put their own algorithms together to create their data. I don't think anybody is getting all of their data 100% from Etsy because Etsy just doesn't give all of it out. So I hope you guys found today's live helpful. And, let me know in the community what you might want to take a look at in some future lives. And if you have any questions later that you think of, I will be posting the replay in the classroom. So I'll have a thread that goes along with it. So you can always pop questions in there that you might think of later. All righty. So I hope you guys have a great day and I will see you next week. Bye, everybody.